Welcome to the 26th video in our series about Unix tools. In this video, we will continue learning about managing data in text files. Specifically, we are looking at comma-separated value data files where each line is a record containing the same number of comma-separated values in the same order, and commas are not permitted within the data. This is a simple, popular format. In previous videos, we've learned cat, WC, or word count, grep, and it took 2 videos, but we've learned how to sort. So, in this video, we'll look at how to use the cut command to retrieve columns of data from a CSV file. That's that. So, let's take a quick look at our data file. If we wanted to retrieve some columns, let's start with something simple and get one column. Let's say we wanted to retrieve surnames. We wanted to retrieve the surnames from this file. So we got a list of all the surnames in our data. How would we do it? Well, we use cut, and we don't really know how. So we'll take a look, and we can see that there is no minus T. There's a minus D for delimiter. I didn't make this up. Different tools use different options for the same thing. So we're going to have to do a minus D because the default for cut is tabs. The default for sort was tabs or spaces. Again, each tool has its own rules. It's okay, we can learn them. And then we have to give a field list. Oh no, another field list. Let's see what we have to do for fields. And also, it warns you, any line that does not contain a delimiter will also be printed. But we have a nice clean data file, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, here's the information about fields, and they tell you selected input is written and you use ranges. Nth byte, character, or field. How do we know if we're using bytes, characters, or fields? Well, go back up here and say, oh, if we use minus B, then the minus F is about bytes. If we use minus C, then minus F is about characters. If we use minus D, which is our plan, then minus F is about fields. Okay? Do we have a start-stop? Well, we can specify a start and a stop using a minus in between. Or we can say number minus and it will go to the end. You know, so if we said 2 minus, it would start at field 2 and give us all the fields 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, however many there are. And we can do minus M, which says go from the first field up to and including M. So if we said minus 2, it would give us field 1 and field 2. And finally, we can use this minus character with a start and stop field. And those start and stop fields are included. Huh? Stay with me, don't give up. Let's take a look. Let's cut, and we're going to use our delimiter is a comma, not a tab. And we'd like to get, what did we say, the surnames. So that's field 1, and we have to tell it what file, the data. Okay, Stalin, pot, ham, it looks perfect. It's exactly what's supposed to be there. Let's try to get all the countries. Countries are in column 3. Perfect, it worked. Genders, column 4. Okay. And finally, what column have we not looked at? First names. Column 2. We can do it. So we can get any column we want easily using a minus D to tell us we're using commas. Man, there we go. And then we give the field number we want. I told you we could do a more complex field specification, so let's try some of those. Let's say we want the surname and the given name. So we say I want starting on field 1, ending on field 2. Okay, we did it. What if I want field 1 and the gender, field 4? It says, oh, only one list. This is different than sort. Okay. Let's see. Let's try a comma. Aha! So comma means something different in this tool. I told you there were some real benefits to Unix. It has a tool for everything. Well, although I love Linux and Unix, I have to admit it's frustrating because every tool has different rules and you have to memorize them. But that's why we have this video series to help you. Okay, what if I wanted field 4 and then field 1? Can I do that? I can get both fields, but they're always in left to right order. We can't reorder the fields with cut. Bummer. We can get the columns, but we can't change the order of the columns. We can specify them in any order we want. But let's say we wanted the surname, the first name, and the gender, but we didn't care about the country. And you can see we could do that, and it doesn't matter if we do 421, 241, 214. It doesn't matter what order we put them in. They come out in the same order they were inside the file. So good news, bad news. We can get any column or we can get any range of columns, but we cannot reorder the columns with this tool. Cut will select one or more columns, but it will not reorder them. And we learned that sort will sort on any columns you want in any order. We learned that grep will get you any line you want. So we have the same problem we had in the previous video, which is when we run cut, the output goes to the screen. It doesn't get saved. You can see data still has all the fields. So what if we want to save the output of cut somewhere? Well, let's go look at the help again. And we say, we had a -O option on the sort for output. And we see output, but it's only output delimiter. Oh, and we keep going, and there is nothing here to let you specify an output file. Song-san. No, don't worry. Don't worry. What we have to do is use something called redirection. And I'll have a complete explanation of it in a later video. But for now, let me give you the short answer, which is if you want the screen output to go into a file, you can say greater than, and then you give your output file. We'll call it data new. And if there are no errors, it'll work well. No output to the screen. If we look at data new, it has what we wanted. So we can save the output of cut. I'm going to remove the data new file. We don't really need it. And I'm going to show you that the redirection also works with grep. If we said grep, and remember our pattern for finding all the females was this pattern. And we'll run it to the screen first. Yes, that gives me all the females. And then I can put that into data females. And if I cat data females, you'll see, okay, I can use the redirection to capture the output of grep. Fine. Can I capture the output of sort? Well, sort has a -O option. Sure, but we can still capture the output of sort if we want to. If I can find, there's a sort command. So we sort our data and it should look the same. And we could capture the output using that redirection, which is the greater than. This is a feature of your shell. And if we cat data new, you could see it capture the output just fine. And we've exceeded the 10-minute limit on our time, so I need to stop this video now. Please come back for the next video where we continue our discussion of how to get data out of CSV files and how to manipulate that data. Thank you for listening.